Morning, Steve Ray in Chicago with the morning grain comments. Well, we survived the USDA report yesterday, but prices are lower overnight. I think it's because of three reasons. Number one, after the report, FSA came out with enrollment numbers for farmers in the programs, and those numbers suggest that they could add a few acres to the corn and soybean crop. That's offered a little bit of resistance to the marketplace. Also, we heard that China bought 7 cargoes of beans during yesterday's sell-off, but 6 of them are from not U.S. Only 1 was from the U.S. So that offered a little bit of resistance in the cash. And then finally, we've got the outside markets lower. Dollar higher, crude lower, and most commodities are lower. So there's kind of a selling mood in commodities today. After the dust settled, the USDA did lower the corn yield a little bit. The crop is still 15 billion bushels, and the carryout for next year is still almost 2.4 billion bushels. Cash markets, corn feels a little soft because we've got plenty of corn out there to put into the pipeline, and probably more than what we need. In the beans, the crop, they raised it to 50 bushels per acre, satisfying those people out there that said this is going to be a big crop. And 4.2 billion bushels puts the carryout next year at 365. It is interesting that last year at this time, on the September report, the USDA had the carryout at 450. Yesterday, they revised it down to 195. Obviously, there was weather issues in South America that brought the carryout down from last year, but demand continues in the beans to be higher than what the USDA says, like this time of year, for the remaining marketing year. The USDA rated the soybean crop 73% good to excellent versus 61 last year. That might also be offering some resistance. Corn crop 74% good to excellent versus 68 last year, and 5% of the crop is harvested versus 7 average. Not much in the wheat, still 1,100 carryout, too much wheat in the world, and the winter wheat plantings is starting at 6% done versus 7 average. Midwest, some light rains in Iowa overnight. Some rains are in Iowa and northeast Nebraska right now, kind of moving across the Midwest. 6 to 10 day calls for normal to maybe below normal now rains, and normal to above temps, so that should help the harvest. Funds yesterday, sellers of beans, meal, oil, corn, and buyers of wheat. And from a perspective of the marketplace, we're probably going to be testing some of the recent lows as we go through harvest. But then after that, I would expect some kind of bounce, especially in the beans, to satisfy this record demand. As always, these are my thoughts and not those of ADM or ADM Investor Services, and have a safe and profitable trading day.